Will anybody but me be excited about Slime Jade? Hello everyone, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. Today I have a video that I'm excited about because I'm excited to add a jade to my collection. I love the Rainbow High sort of like fan lore that Jade and Bella are like a secret couple. I really wanted to just complete my core girl collection, you know, like the original girls from the show. And I was missing a Jade. I saw her at Target for $15, which I thought was a great deal. So I grabbed her. I picked her up. I think she's cute. I know that people aren't super into the Reboot dolls. They say they're not as good quality as they used to be, but in my opinion, my expert opinion, my opinion that is of a girl in a box on the internet, they're still great dolls. You're still getting more detail and more quality in this than any Mattel doll at a similar price point. And this was from the first series of the reboots. The reboots that came all of a sudden and called back to Rainbow High's origin story, which was Rainbow Surprise. You know, a Poopsie Slime Surprise spinoff.
Oh my god!
So these, like the original Rainbow Surprise dolls, have a slime element that you're meant to put into all the accessories. She comes with a creepy critter. You can shove the slime into the critter. It's like a whole thing on the series, which, you know, has become slightly too juvenile for my taste, but I'll probably still continue to watch it. But anyway, here's our box for Miss Jade Hunter, and of course her creepy critter Sweet Pea. The side of the box has her name. The other side of the box looks like this. It's got a rainbow like the ones featured in Rainbow World. And here's all the girlies on the back, of course excluding poor Poppy because they just got rid of her, which is really sad because orange is the best color and I don't care what anybody says. All right, so without any further ado, I'm gonna take about 20 minutes to get this thing out of the box, and then we'll take a closer look. Okay, see you in a minute. It was a battle, but I did win, as I always do because I am persistent. But anyway, here's the things that came in the box. Classic Rainbow High stand. I actually really like the color of this. It's like kind of fluorescent. I like that a lot. Comb to match. This one has this like spoon end for your slime. We've got Creepy Critter. This one is, I think it's a monkey unicorn. Its name is Sweet Pea. The face creeps me out. It's a Poopsie Slime Surprise Creeper. It comes with a suitcase.
I like my suitcase.
Which of course opens up so you can put slime in it. I won't be doing that. It comes with glitter. I think I'm gonna end up putting the glitter into these shoes here. These are just some cute fluorescent green sneakers. They say rainbow on them that wraps around. They've got pink soles. Once again, I feel like I've been opening a lot of green and pink dolls. It's very dripped in plastic. They're a great doll channel. If you don't know them, check them out. I'll link them down below. And of course, her little crystal to make slime in. Now, I'm not gonna be doing the slime today because I don't care about it, if I'm honest. I did do a video on the Ruby where I made the slime. I did the whole thing. You can check that one out down below. I also do like a tutorial on how to remove the hideous ugly glitter on the forehead. So if that's something you're interested in, I'll link it down below. You can check it out, watch it after this one. But anyway, here's this poor thing. Her hair looks a little worse for the wear, as it always does straight out of the box. She's got a real bad case of box hair. But she's cute otherwise. That's fixable. That's fine. While we're on the subject of terrible MGA hair packaging, let's talk about the hair. She's got this cute little half up, half down style with a high po, which is adorable. It's cute. It's very simple, but it's fine. She also unfortunately has these like weird like things that hang off the side, and I think when I wash this hair, I'm probably gonna pull those up into the po because I don't like them. I think they're weird and I want to get rid of them. There's no product in the bottom of the hair, but it's like heavily gelled on both the sides, which is why it looks like that, unfortunately. But you know, that's MGA style. That one series that they did where they didn't put gel in the hair and the dolls came out of the box and like actually looked good. Remember that? Well, those days are over. Anyway, here's her face. I picked this one specifically because of how little glitter was on the forehead. This one has a particularly like small looking forehead, which is probably great because then there's less surface area to put ugly glitter on. I don't know if it bothers me enough to remove it right now because her glitter is sporadic, it's sparse, it's not like overwhelming to the doll's face like the ruby one was. So I'm gonna leave that on there for now, but if I do decide to remove it, it's not going to be that hard considering how little there is. She's got some eyebrows in a light brown shade that fade from light to dark. She does have a really interesting makeup look. Most of the reboot dolls like don't have interesting makeup anymore, and I'm convinced they stopped making Jade because they didn't feel like giving her makeup. And Jade would have to have makeup because she's a makeup artist. That's her character. That's what she does at Rainbow High. Jade without makeup wouldn't make too terribly much sense, which is like why I'm convinced that they stopped producing her. But that's just a theory. That's just my opinion. Now look at all this tinsel back here that I didn't even notice until I was looking at her right now. Anyway, tinsel doesn't bother me like it bothers some people, especially if it's in the back like that. It's a very graphic makeup look. It looks really good, and it has a bright green in the inner corner, which I think is really nice. I really like that sort of fluorescent green anyway, and doing it with this graphic liner, stunning. She's got a tiny little baby wing there, which usually they have a much larger wing, but I guess because she has the graphic eyeliner, that's all we're getting. She got bright blue eyes. She's got a little bit of mascara on the bottom. I love how rosy her cheeks are. Look at how bright the blush is. I think it's so cute. And then she has my favorite lip style, which is a very natural lip style, but it has that trend where it's darker in the center and fades out. And then she's got these little dark painted corners, which isn't my favorite thing that they started doing, but no worries if not. So let's look at her outfit. It's not a bad outfit, and I actually kind of like that they've pulled her away from that very Billie Eilish style because I feel like that's very specifically placed in time, and this sort of is a more timeless look, as it were. I do wish that the shirt maybe fit a little better, but maybe I can cut it. It'd probably be fine. So on the top, she just have this little t-shirt. It's simple. Simple's okay, as long as it's well done, and this one looks pretty good. It's got a bright green star on it, and it says, "Dare to dream." What a lovely message. Maybe you don't dream, because all your dreams will die. On top of that is this silver mesh top. I love a mesh top, if I'm being honest, so that's like actually quite appealing to me. I don't know, I just feel like the sleeves are maybe a little too long, or maybe it's the bell shape. It's not quite working for me, but I think I can fix it. Maybe I'll just shorten them. All you gotta do is cut it off because there's no finishing whatsoever, which is fine. That's fine by me, because if you try to actually like do anything with this hem, you're gonna get bulk, you're gonna get mess. And then it looks bad on a doll scale, which is something that I feel like people don't get. Doll scale hemming can just make the clothes look bad, which is why they don't do it. Anyway, the skirt, I love this piece. I think this is a fantastic piece. It's like a denim, but it's like a metallic coated denim. And then they've distressed it, so it looks like the metallic coating is peeling off. It's a mini skirt, and it's got sort of like a seam here, but it's also a cargo skirt, which is so cool. It's got these pockets. Let's see here. They are functional with some little Velcro closures, which it looks like they sewed the Velcro on kind of wrong because they're not quite lining up. Might just remove the Velcro altogether because you can see it when the pockets close because it was sewn on too low. And here's the back of the outfit. It's as you would expect it to be. Nothing special there. Let's see her with her shoes on. I know people don't like these shoes, but I actually do. Because as we've discussed at length on this channel, I love a doll that's dressed in like an everyday fashion. I love a sportswear. I love a sneaker. I prefer that to a glam doll. No, of course there are the exceptions, and we've seen some of those exceptions recently here. I would much prefer a doll dressed in a style like this than like the ultimate glam fantasy. Now, I still want the clothes to be stylish. I don't want them to look like they came from Filene's basement, but I do like a sort of more everyday vibe. So here's her with her shoes on. I think they're cute. I think they look good. The one thing I love is I love the way that Rainbow High designs their sneakers because they're made obviously for a heeled foot because these dolls have a heeled foot, but because of that, the way they make them, the foot looks very large. And I love dolls with large feet that look like proportional to their bodies. I don't know, it's just like a thing. I like big hands and big feet, which they don't have big hands, but I like the way this looks aesthetically on the doll's feet. I mean, once again, not too terribly much to look at on these reboot dolls. dolls because they are simple, but I feel like the quality is still pretty good. I mean, when you look at her for $15 up against a $15 Barbie, there's more detail, there's more quality, there's more fashion, and I respect that. So as a reboot doll, she does have classic reboot articulation, which she does have the head tilt, forward and back, and side to side. She has the elbow bend to about 90 degrees. She's got, of course, her shoulder. She's got legs. She's got a hip rotation. No more twist at the thigh. Double jointed knee. Which, if we're being honest, guys, let's be honest, this is more articulation than most dolls get, okay? There is no wrist articulation anymore. I mean, it's nice to have all of those extra things, but like, how much do you need? I can get tons of cool poses out of this doll just as she is, you know? And since they are marketing these towards a younger audience, I feel like that's above and beyond for what a child would ever need for articulation. So that's Slime Jade. That's what I call her, Slime Jade. I think she's really cute. I think for $15, this is an extremely good quality doll. Plus, if you're into it, you get the slime craft, you get this creep. It still has a stand. She likes her suitcase. So I know the rebrand of Rainbow High, whatever you want to call it, is a divisive subject. So I want to hear your opinions about it. Please let me know down below how you felt when these slime dolls dropped. How do you feel now, like a couple series on? Do you still like hate them as much as you did before? Or have you come around to some extent? Because I personally feel like the crafts are fun, and I feel like they make children think, they encourage creativity, they encourage customization, and I think that those are all excellent things for children to learn at a young age, and I respect MGA for promoting it. So I'm gonna get Slime Jade cleaned up and back to her girlfriend Bella, but I hope you have a wonderful time. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time. Goodbye!